In this video, we're going to learn how to film and then edit green screen footage so you can put yourself or whatever you're filming in front of any background you want. Best case scenario, you have a nice big green screen to work with because that way you could have you could have multiple people in front of it, no problem. But you don't need a big professional green screen setup. You get something like this. This is a $15 laundry rack that you dry your clothes on from Target. And if you hang a cheap green screen on it with some clothespins, you can get a pretty good, inexpensive green screen rig. After you have your green screen set up, you need to make sure that your camera is going to be static. It's not going to be moving. Best way to do that is to put it on a tripod. Then when you set up your shot, make sure your green screen takes up the entire frame. It's okay if it doesn't. You can mat it out later in the edit, but you can save yourself a step now if you make it take up the entire frame. You also want to make sure that your screen is lit as evenly as possible and stretched as much as possible to avoid any wrinkles or any change in the color or the value of that color. So you don't want too many dark spots versus light spots. You want a nice even green, because when we remove that color, when we're editing, the program is just going to look for that exact color, that exact shade of green, and the less variation there is, the easier it'll be to remove it, the better your results will be. Then you load your footage filmed in front of the green screen into your editing program. In this case, it's Adobe Premiere. And you're going to add an effect, and that effect is called Chroma Key. Okay? Then you tell the Chroma Key effect exactly what color to look for. You can use the eyedropper and click on the actual color. You can fine-tune the settings. The similarity basically will say, well, it's not all exactly the same shade, so how far from that shade can we go and still recognize it as the color that we're going to remove? And then the green goes away, and it's up to you to layer on your lower video track underneath the green screen footages track whatever the background is going to be, whether it's a still image or another video itself. And that's it. You need that solid green background. You need it to fill up the whole frame, or you need to apply a matte to remove any extra. You need to make sure your subject is always in front of the green part. That's why filling up the whole frame makes this much easier, because if you matted out the sides, your hand would get matted out in this situation, right? And then you need to add a background once you apply the effect. That's all there is to it.